Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one comes from Crazy Pitch 29. Am I the beehole for not letting my sister move in with me? My dad remarried only 1 year after mom and him got divorced. The new woman, let's call her Brittany, for the sake of the story, kinda always forces me to call her mom. And I just told her that she is not my mother, and only my dad's wife. She never brought it up again. It's not like she doesn't have any kids of her own. She has one daughter who was in a different state for college when they got married. I've never met her, only know her name. Dad invited me over for dinner and to meet her once. She was back. She's like a few years older than me. Let's call her Stella. Dinner was okayish. I kept to myself mostly, since I really didn't know how to initiate the conversation, by the way. So yeah, Stella and I barely talked. Surprisingly though, a few days later, I get a call from Brittany. She told me that Stella wanted to move out and find herself an apartment. I thought she was asking me to help Stella look for apartments. Before I could even say that, I was happy to help. Brittany asked if Stella could move in with me. In any other circumstances, I would agree, but my fiance will be moving in with me soon and my apartment only has 2 rooms. The second one will be turned into a nursery. I told Brittany that I would help Stella find an apartment, but moving in with me would be difficult. She started a huge drama. She involved my dad, and my dad is like, "Don't be selfish, you have 2 rooms. Give one to Stella." Blah 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 blah. I think the only reason Stella was so adamant on moving in with me is to avoid rent, mostly because she's shying away from 30 and is still unemployed. But honestly, I can't accommodate someone else. I told them how my fiance and I were planning to start a family. Brittany said, "So what? The 3 of you can fit in a room." Oh my god, man. I do not want that living with me. But back to the story. Actually, no. With a dresser, bed, and wardrobe, we can't accommodate a crib in there. The last straw is when Dad said, "You don't do that to your sister. She's family." I snapped. No, she is not my sister, and Brittany is not my mother, no matter how much you force it on me. There, I said it to their faces. I don't know why they get so offended after hearing the truth. They all were offended. I miss my dad, especially since he's now cut contact with me, and the last message he sent was, "I can't believe a selfish spoiled brat was the product of me." Hello, OP. First things first, no, you are not the beehole. It sounds like that girl is just the girl that you don't know, who's being forced on you, wants to mooch off of you and get free room and board like you said. And you're bringing in your fiance, starting your life, starting your family, and you guys, yeah, good on you guys for making the second room a nursery so you can, raise the baby. And I like how she's like, "Oh, you guys can all just cram in the same room." First of all, no, this isn't your place. This is our place. We get to decide what we do with the rooms. Technically, it's your place, but if your fiance is cool, I get it. And that baby's going to grow up, and from what it sounds like, she's not going to want to move out. You guys can't have, a 14-year-old still sleeping in your guys' bed with you guys. You know what I mean? That kid's going to want his own space, or her own space. I don't know what you're having, but that's great that you're having a kid. Like, congratulations. I hope it's healthy and has all its, eyes and toes and fingers and it's cute. So, good for you guys. Your dad is a brain dead idiot. He's over here simping for this woman that he just got with, and he throws away his son. And it's not like you were being unreasonable. You told him your reasons, which were very good reasons. You have another person coming to live. There's only 2 bedrooms, and you have a child. You guys want a child, so the child's going to need its own space. I know I already said that, but it's so clear in my mind that you guys make so much more sense than your dad, but I don't think he's thinking with his head. He's thinking with his other head and wants to make her happy and probably wants to offload this leech onto you, which is a really messed up thing for a parent to do. He should want to, see you flourish and see his grandchildren and be happy. So no, OP, you are absolutely not the beehole. That sucks that your father cut contact with you, but he's in the wrong. If you want to, reestablish that relationship, he needs to come and talk to you. Do not go to him. And enjoy your life. You got a kid to, you might have a kid on the way, or you do have a kid on the way. You got bigger things to worry about and look forward to. So again, OP, not the beehole. And our second one comes from Throwaway Bad Investor. Am I the beehole for refusing to let my sister and her friends stay over at my house because they were rude to me? For some context, I am male, age 28, and live alone on an apartment with 3 bedrooms. Last year, I let my female 22-year-old sister and her friends stay over as they needed accommodation for the night they're attending a concert in my city. They didn't mess anything up in my apartment. However, my apartment walls are thin. I can hear everything in the room they're staying in, especially their gossips, and my sister's friends had horrible things to say about me, like, "Your brother is so ugly, I can't believe you got all the good genes," or, "He looks autistic and a socially awkward eyecell because I'm lanky and wear glasses, and I'm still working on it." Also making fun of my OCD and tics. My sister barely defended me, saying, "Shh, he's giving us a free stay." But yeah, sticks and stones, but considering I'm giving them a place to stay for free tonight, it kinda rubs me the wrong way. But I didn't kick them out and let them stay the whole night. Yeah, I kinda agree with that. They sound young, so if you kick them out, you know what I mean? You don't want to do that, but I wouldn't let them stay again, but back to the story. Additionally, I picked all of them up from the airport and dropped them off, and none of them were even appreciative of me driving them or letting them stay over. Wow, they are terrible, because I hate taking people to the airport. Let me tell you, if someone shows up to help you move, or they take you to the airport, that person, they treasure them, that's a rarity. But back to the story. Not even a thank you, like not even a thank you, would make me turn a blind eye to all the gossip at least. Now this year, a similar concert is happening, but I refuse to let them stay over, and this bugged my sister a lot, with her calling me a petty eyesell over the issues. Am I the petty beehole in this? Ah, man, that ending kinda sucks. I was gonna cut your sister a break and say, she's being peer pressured and it's like 3v1 or 4v1. I kinda get it, she's young, she doesn't know how to stand up for herself. But that ending part, yeah, it tells me she agrees with those girls and she's sided with those girls instead of protecting her family. Because I know if someone talked crap about my sister or my brother, I'd be tearing the flesh off of their bones. Well, their muscles, right? The flesh connects to the muscles, then the bones or the nerves, something like that. You know what I mean? So no, OP, you are not the beehole. There's no way you'd be the beehole. You graciously let these people stay with you for free when, they could end up having to spend money on a hotel, Airbnb for the night. They can save money and they're somewhere safe, you know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, you graciously let them stay in your home for free for the night, and then they have the audacity and the rudeness to insult you like that, and they expect you to let them stay over again? No, OP. If I were in your shoes, I would let them stay the first time because I don't want to be responsible putting out some young people out of my house and then something happens to them. But I would do exactly what you're doing right now and not let them stay again. Like, I'm not going to let someone who disrespect me in my own home disrespect me again like that. So no, OP, you are not the beehole, and that sucks about your sister. Hopefully she'll grow up and figure out that those girls are terrible and, be a good sister. And our final one comes from Mountain Row 2404. Am I the beehole for respecting my wife's choice? I have a 14-year-old daughter from a previous relationship who is really a nightmare to deal with, but I love her more than anyone else in the world. She can be a bit rude and manipulative and mean, but she's also very smart, funny, and charismatic. That kind of sounds like, a little sociopathy, manipulative, but she's very charismatic so she can bend people to their will. That's just what I got from this first paragraph. Let's continue. I have custody. Her mom has her 4 days a month. I fought very hard to get this much custody. I got married to my current wife 4 months ago, and they just can't get along. Yesterday, my wife came to me crying and said she can't deal with this evil child anymore. Apparently, my wife told my daughter to do her chores, and my daughter said no. My wife grounded her, so my daughter went to her room and cut up all her favorite clothes and books. Ooh, that, I don't know how old is she? I forgot. I don't know if the story said, but you need to be a parent and parent your child. If they're over here being all manipulative and trying to get over on people and destroying things and not knowing how to handle being punished like that, your child's gonna grow up to be a monster. But let's get back to the story. My wife said that she doesn't want to be in the same home as my daughter anymore, so she's going to leave and only return when my daughter is at her mom's home. I reminded her that it's only 4 days a month, and she said so to reduce custody. I laughed at her and told her that there's absolutely no way I'm going to reduce custody. I fought so hard to get. Would you say the same thing if she was your own daughter? She said then, I'm going to leave. I said, fine, I respect your choice. And she called me a beehole and left. Okay, I'm gonna be straight up with you. You're 127,000% the beehole in this situation. You were raising a bloody sociopath. She's over you. You know, she admitted, hey, that she's rude, she's manipulative, she likes to mess with people, and she showed that she's willing to destroy property of someone just because she, had consequences to her actions. And you're letting her do this. She's gonna grow up to be a terrible, ghoulish, cretinous creature, and she might turn that against you when she's done with you. If I were your wife, I would stop, I would tell her to stop wasting her time, divorce you, and get the hell out of there and get away from that child, because that child's gonna make everyone's life a living hell. So, OP, you are 100% the beehole, and I hope your wife leaves you because you are terrible. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. And can you please do what I said in the beginning? And like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out. It helps it grow, and it helps you get more videos like this. Velvet out.